Very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very excited to be here to tell you the story of how we create value in Ukraine. And I'll start by saying that, as you know, in Ukraine, Kyivstar is the clear market leader with 45% market share in subscribers and 50% market share in revenues. As Joe has indicated earlier, we have had a transition year during 2012, going through pay-as-you-go pricing model to bundles. As was indicated earlier, we feel that we have turned the corner, and now going forward, we see only opportunities for us ahead. And the opportunities for value creation in Ukraine are the following. First of all, we are committed to maintain our leadership position in mobile, driven by our continued focus on high-quality services, on the highest quality of services in Ukraine, supported with the improved value for money position that is driven by our bundles. Second, we see a tremendous opportunity in capturing growth in data, both mobile and fixed, where in fixed, as a matter of fact, last October, we have reached the #2 position on subscribers in fixed residential broadband, and we see opportunity to even further increase and strengthen our market position there. We are also, with this, after having reached a critical mass in FTTB penetration, we have now become probably the only true integrated operator in Ukraine, really placing ourselves in a league of our own, placing us a part of competition. We're also committed, we have been a historical leader in profitability in Ukraine, and we are committed to maintain high margins as measured both in EBITDA, above 50%, and cash flow margins above 35% going forward. In the presentation, I will describe how we are going to deliver these ambitions, but before, I will briefly touch base upon telecom market trends in the following 3 years as we see them. Taking a conservatively, probably pessimistic outlook of continued lack of wide-scale 3G in Ukraine, we see telecom market developing at a moderate single-digit rate of about 4%. The growth drivers are all usual suspects, with data, both mobile and fixed, driving the growth, with fixed voice declining and being substituted with mobile. If and when 3G is available to the main operators in Ukraine, we believe that mobile data part of our revenues and the market revenues would be able to double from indicated 15% to probably about 30% in the 3-year horizon. Talking about competitive dynamics. In Ukraine, in mobile segment, we compete with MTS and Astelit, and during 2012, we have seen competition being more rational, less aggressive on pricing, which is a very good and positive sign. All market players were busy with improving profitability, and we see this trend to continue in 2013 as well. You see from this chart that Kyivstar is a clear market leader, but has been losing revenue market share for the past several years. The reason for that is relatively simple. We were the last out of competition to introduce bundles, which is currently the market standard. That was a deliberate decision by us. We were and are still implementing a more balanced cash flow focused strategy that stipulates more phased approach to capacity investments in such technology as 2G. The bucket pricing is currently the new market reality in Ukraine, and we have seen a tremendous increase in voice usage, in mobile voice usage in Ukraine, to now on average 500 minutes, which gives Ukrainian customers a possibility to enjoy probably one of the best value propositions in the world, 500 minutes for just $5. In fixed internet, fixed residential broadband, this is a huge opportunity. The penetration is growing to now about 50%. We are leader in growth in FTTB. In October 2012, we have become number 2 in subscribers. But as you see from the chart, the market is largely dominated by small local area networks, which basically gives an opportunity to consolidate, and we will see probably further in the years to come a lot of consolidation in the market in FTTB. Talking about operational performance in the recent period, it is worth noticing that we did have a certain downturn during the middle of the year, which was reflected both in marginal decline in top-line revenues and EBITDA. Once again, the reason for that was simple. It lied in the mobile business, driven by a temporary ARPU decline, which was a factor of partial of our high-value customers transitioning to the market-level offers, which put a pressure on ARPU. Starting from Q3, as you see, we see a quarter-on-quarter and year-on-year improvement both in top-line revenues and EBITDA, which was driven by several factors. First, expedited transition to bundles. We now have 3/4 of our base using the bundles. Second, we have implemented a vast amount of pricing actions in mobile segment to support ARPU dynamics in mobile. And third, we have continued to execute a lot of cost optimization initiatives to maintain EBITDA margin above 50%. Once again, talking about broadband, FTTB subscribers, they are continuing, our base is continuing to grow fastest on the market with about 70% growth rate. On the previous Investor Day, we have announced certain commitments. Apparently, this is a very busy slide, but this is very good news because we have done a lot. We have achieved a lot in 2012, and the most important achievements I'll just point out. First of all, we have done a tremendous job transitioning our subscriber base to the bundles, which gives us a platform to grow in 2013 onwards. We have achieved number 2 position in FTTB, and we're committed to grow twice the market pace in 2013 as well. We have revised our distribution policy. We have changed our commission policy to link our commissions to actual ARPU of the clients, and we have implemented a regional differentiation of our sales strategy. We have also successfully completed integration of our assets in Ukraine, and we have achieved substantial cost savings in 2012 of about 200 million hryvnia in the 9 months period. Turning to our value agenda, you have seen from my colleagues across the company, in each business unit, we focus on 4 pillars of the value agenda with 10 initiatives, and I'll just briefly walk you through on what we do in Ukraine to support group value agenda. First of all, customer excellence, where we have 3 important initiatives that we are following: creating superior customer experience, optimizing distribution, and developing superior pricing capabilities. In creating superior customer experience, first of all, we believe after having executed our transition to bundles which were finalized in 2013, and coupled with our efforts and investments to maintain the highest network quality in the market, we believe we're delivering the best value proposition on the market, which is the fundament to maintain customer satisfaction, the fundament to maintain the highest brand preference on the market. We have also established a dedicated organizational unit within our company that we have called Customer Experience Management that is specifically targeted to manage experience of our customers in a seamless way throughout the life cycle of our customers. We are launching special IT systems, advanced business intelligence solutions to know more about customers, to know practically everything about customers, with an ambition to execute 25 million individual campaigns, basically executing a campaign to each individual client. Talking about distribution optimization, as I've said, we have executed adjustments to our commission policy. All our dealers and partners and distributors are currently using the revenue share mechanisms. They have specific ARPU targets, which already in 2012 has resulted in significant uptake of our gross adds by about 40% comparing to 2011, and contributing positively to improved quality of sales as well. In developing superior pricing capabilities, in addition to our new pricing model, bundled model, we are also busy with making the next steps of that strategy, which is upselling of the low and medium ARPU clients after they have transitioned to bundles. We are also continue to utilize our dual brand strategy with the smaller brand Dejuice serving as our attacker brand, or rather we use Dejuice to defend against any potential aggressive pricing moves of our competition. Also, we are currently in process to update our 3-year pricing strategy, which basically will look ahead, 3 years ahead, which, among many other things, will enable us to manage ARPUs of multi-SIM customers, to manage ARPUs of shared bundles, and so on. The way we're planning to realize upside potential in profitable growth is through data, as in many other markets, as in many other business units. First of all, winning in mobile data for us means, first of all, increasing the usage of mobile data and increasing penetration of smartphones. In 2012, we have introduced special data packages, which for small screens. We're also focusing on small screens, as in Russia, as in Italy. It is priority for us. In addition, we have aggressively pushed smartphones on the market, which has helped us to increase the share of mobile data users to already 10 million out of the base 25, and increase the penetration of smartphones on the network to 18% now. Going forward, we will be introducing special content and application bundles supported with specialized sales schemes and innovative distribution models. For example, launching our own application store within Google Play. In support of the value agenda growing beyond the core, in Ukraine, for us, it means that in addition to mobile, we're also continuing our efforts on fixed residential broadband. We have completed nationwide rollout. We're not rolling out any more network. What we're focusing on is penetrating the connected buildings. So we're focusing on maintaining leadership in net adds. We are focusing to deliver the highest quality of service and highest speeds to our clients, and we believe that we will be outgrowing market substantially, both in customers and revenues, with the projected revenue growth from FTTB next year of about 45%. We're also giving our FTTB subscribers an opportunity to enjoy video content in partnership with local partners. Another item of growing beyond the core is the financial services. We have, at the end of the year, launched mobile financial services to enable peer-to-peer money transfer and utility payments, and so on. The next pillar of our value agenda, which has received a lot of attention in 2012 and will continue to be one of the focus areas in 2013 as well, is operational excellence, which is about cost efficiencies. In 2009, Kyivstar has introduced operational excellence as a project, and it happens to be that it continues to be a dominant topic in our operations up until now. With this cost efficiency initiative, we have been able to maintain EBITDA margin above 50% throughout the years, despite high inflation, despite high traffic growth, despite continuous increase in frequencies, fees, and regulatory charges. In 2012, we have achieved good results as well. As you see on the slide, we have achieved, for the 9 months period of 2012, we have achieved cost savings of about 200 million hryvnia, which is roughly 7% of the run rate, mainly in the areas of network efficiency and HR. Building on this success, we're continuing with the program in 2013 as well, where the most sizable initiatives would reside in the areas, once again, in network. Probably network outsourcing. With this, we're tackling the continuously growing network maintenance costs. Network modernization. With this, we are trying to maintain the continuously growing power costs driven by electricity rates increase. We are also focusing on promoting on-net traffic in an effort to improve service margins. We are continuing with the efforts to right-size the headcount in the organization, just to name a few specific areas for 2013. The last pillar of the value agenda is capital efficiency. As I've said, we have completed rollout of FTTB network, and with this completion, our last 12 months capex to revenue ratio has decreased to a level of 15%. Going forward, assuming no 3G investments, capex to revenue ratio will remain on a relatively low level. The levers that will help us to maintain efficiencies, capital efficiencies going forward, would relate to the initiatives. We will focus on core mobile business. We will continue exploiting high utilization rates in our core mobile equipment, core mobile infrastructure. We will be modernizing equipment to more advanced modern type. We will be introducing mobile data management systems and so on. Talking about network sharing, it is less of an opportunity in Ukraine since there is no network rollout. When 3G comes, there will be rollout and network sharing will be more of an opportunity. Despite that, we have identified about 1/5 of our sites, about 2,000 sites, that we have proactively offered to our competition for sharing as part of our ongoing efforts to optimize costs. Summing up, Ukraine has been a very important asset for the group with regard to cash generation, and we are committed to play that role going forward. The underlying components of this value creation will first be based on our continued maintenance of #1 position in mobile with 50%+ revenue market share and best brand on the market. We are committed to capture growth in data, both mobile and fixed. And in fixed, we will be outpacing the market twice with the projected revenue growth of 45% in 2013. We will be maintaining high margins of 50+% in EBITDA and 35+% in operating cash flow margin, all of which is thanks to a unique performance culture that we have in Ukraine with highly engaged personnel that is focused on continuous improvements and value creation on a daily basis. With this, I will conclude and hand over to...
Thank you, Artem. Yeah, we will do some Q&As with you. Okay, can you raise your hand if you have the first question for Artem? Igor?
Igor Semenov, Deutsche Bank. Can you give us an update on the 3G license situation in Ukraine? And last year, I think there were sort of workarounds to this situation. If the regulator does not grant new licenses, there were some discussions between you and MTS on certain M&A plans. So where are you these days with 3G? Thank you.
For the past 5 years, every year we're hoping that 3G is coming. And 2013 is no different. We are hoping for 3G to come to Ukraine. We have tried various ways. We have facilitated process with the regulator. There is only one license available officially, which is owned by a company owned by Ukrtelecom. The company has been sold. We're part of the process. The process takes already 1.5 years. There is no conclusion on the process yet, but we are part of the process. I know MTS is also part of the process. That is probably all I can give you. Probably yes, that's it. The government keeps feeding us with the news that probably next year we will do some refarming to free up some capacity for you to use. That's a continuous process.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, just a follow-up question to 3G licenses. Is there any progress on tech neutrality? Can it be introduced in Ukraine? And also, in terms of your forecast for the Ukrainian telecoms market, I just wonder that you forecast that mobile voice will grow 3% over the next 3 years, and it is more than in Russia. And what will drive this growth? Because usage is already high. Do you intend to increase prices, or what is the driver? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Tech neutrality, we believe, may only happen if and when this 3G company is sold. There were only talks within the government on tech neutrality last year, but no serious intentions. Talking about revenues from mobile voice. Yes, we believe that the revenues from mobile voice will be growing. The bucket pricing is the underlying concept and fundament for growth. And yes, we will be managing prices upwards to enable that growth. We have seen all of our competitors focusing on improving ARPU. We have seen all of our competitors managing the prices last year, and already in January 2013. Our main competitor, MTS, has introduced price increases for most of their popular bundles. So the overall market is dedicated to extract value from the given volume of services that our subscribers are enjoying in Ukraine.
Can we have your next question?
Thank you. Alexander Vingranovich, Открытие Capital. Probably the last follow-up to Igor's question. Actually, now I'm referring to the growth of mobile data. So you said when you were talking about the market trends that this implies that 3G license will be finally given. If we'll see another delay in terms of the 3G license, what sort of implication on your financials and what sort of implication on your financial projections we'll see in terms of the mobile data? Thank you.
In our plans, we have assumed conservatively that 3G is not available, so there are no negative implications from lack of 3G license in the next year, 2013, and 3-year horizon. In the market forecast that you have seen, 15% growth in mobile data. This is edge-based, mostly driven by growing penetration and growing availability of cheaper devices to surf internet. So it is rather organic penetration of the market. 3G is only upside, yes.
Sergey Goncharov, Sberbank CIB. Just a quick question. Can you tell us how much cash Kyivstar has accumulated on its balance sheet after payment of dividends, and in dynamics compared to previous year?
Now, by the way, we don't disclose cash positions per entity. Eh?
Maybe some hint. So is the... Am I correct in my understanding that Kyivstar continues to remain one of the main sources for VimpelCom Limited's dividends?
Yes, this is very much correct.
Thank you.
All right, we can have time for one more question. If not, then we have a short break. If you could be all back here at 4:30.